Wing rails are provided. A. Near tongue rails. B. Near check rails. C. Near stock rails. D. In crossing. The correct answer is in crossing. Burnettising is done for the preservation of A. Wooden sleepers. B. Rails. C. Ballast. D. None of these. The correct answer is wooden sleepers. 30 m long rails are used in A. India. B. Pakistan. C. Russia. D. USA. The correct answer is USA. If n is length of a rail in meters, the number of sleepers per rail length generally varies from A. n to n2, B. n2 to n4, C. n3 to n6, D. n4 to n5. The correct answer is n3 to n6. For inspection and packing of ballast, each port sleeper is provided with A. 1 hole, B. 2 holes, C. 3 holes, D. 4 holes. The correct answer is 2 holes. Each block of a 2-block concrete sleeper is A. 722 mm x 295 mm x 271 mm and 215 kg in weight. B. 250 mm x 154 mm x 196 mm and 260 kg in weight. C. 525 mm x 350 mm x 275 mm and 280 kg in weight. D. None of these. The correct answer is 722 mm x 295 mm x 271 mm and 215 kg in weight. The effective bearing area of all types of sleepers is A. 0.40 m2, B. 0.42 m2, C. 0.44 m2, D. 0.46 m2. The correct answer is 0.46 m2. For points and crossings, maximum size of ballast is A. 50 mm, B. 40 mm, C. 30 mm, D. 25 mm. The correct answer is 25 mm. The main function of sleepers is A. To support rails, B. To hold rails at correct gauge, C. To distribute load from the rails to ballast, D. All the above. The correct answer is all the above. Packing of ballast is done A. Near the ends of sleepers, B. On the shoulders, C. Under sleepers, D. Between two rails. The correct answer is under sleepers. If the standard length of a BG crossing is 597 cm, the number of crossing is A. 1 inch, B. 1 in 12, C. 1 in 16, D. None of these. The correct answer is 1 in 12. Rails are fixed on steel sleepers, A. by bearing plates, B. by dog spikes, C. by keys in lugs or jaws, D. None of these. The correct answer is by keys in lugs or jaws. If A is average number of peaks more than 10 mm of uneveness per kilometer, B is average number peaks more than 6 mm for gauge variation per kilometer, and C is average number of peaks more than 2 mm twist per meter, then composite current recording index IC as recommended by Indian Northern Railways is A. IC 10 ABC 4, B. IC 20 ABC 4, C. IC 30 ABC 4, D. IC 40 ABC 4. The correct answer is IC 40 ABC 4. Pick up the correct statement from the following. An extra width of 7.5 cm ballast is provided on outside a curve if track is laid with short welded rails. B. An extra width of 7.5 cm ballast is provided on outside a curve sharper than 3 on BG and MG tracks. C. An extra width of 15 cm ballast is provided on each shoulder if the track is laid with welded rails. D. All the above. The correct answer is all the above. The standard width of ballast for MG track in Indian Railways is kept A. 3.35 m, B. 3.53 m, C. 2.30 m, D. 2.50 m. The correct answer is 2.30 m. To prevent creep in rails, the steel sleepers are fixed with rails by clips, bolts and A. 1 key, B. 2 keys, C. 3 keys, D. 4 keys. The correct answer is 4 keys. The standard dimensions of a wooden sleeper for a BG railway track are A. 2.74 m x 25 cm x 13 cm, B. 1.83 m x 20 cm x 11 cm, C. 1.52 m x 15 cm x 10 cm, D. 1.75 cm x 20 cm x 12 cm. The correct answer is 2.74 m x 25 cm x 13 cm. In Indian Railways, the ratio of axle load and weight of rail is A. 312, B. 412, C. 512, D. 600. The correct answer is 512. If D is the distance between parallel tracks, G is the gauge and is angle of crossings, the distance between theoretical noses of two crossings measured parallel to tracks is A. DGG sec cot, B. DGG sec cot, C. DGG sec tan, D. DGG sec cot. The correct answer is DGG sec cot. Minimum composite sleeper index for wooden sleepers used over bridge girders is A. 1455, B. 1355, C. 1255, D. 1155. The correct answer is 1455. In a diamond crossing, number of noses are A2, B3, C4, D6. The correct answer is 6. If the stock rails are B8 rails, the type of switch generally provided is A. Articulated, B. Undercut, C. Overriding, D. Straight cut. The correct answer is straight cut. Bending of rail ends due to loose packing under a joint and loose fish bolts is known A. Buckling, B. Hogging, C. Creeping, D. None of these. The correct answer is hogging. On broad gauge main lines with maximum traffic loads, the rail section preferred to is A. 29.8 to 37.3 kg m, B. 32.5 to 42.5 kg cm, C. 44.7 to 56.8 kg m, D. None of these. The correct answer is 44.7 to 56.8 kg m. If D is the distance between the parallel sidings and is the angle of crossing, the distance between the noses of crossing measured parallel to the main track is A. D tan, B. D sec, C. D cosec, D. D cot. The correct answer is D cosec. On BG tracks, the distance of outer signal from station limit is kept A. 510 m, B. 520 m, C. 530 m, D. 540 m. The correct answer is 540 m. The rails get out of their original positions due to insufficient expansion gap. This phenomenon is known A. Hogging, B. Buckling, C. Creeping, D. None of these. The correct answer is buckling.